Oh, hey, I just found out that I forgot to resize any of this. Whoops. Hang about. Oh, God. That I should have done earlier. Fine, though. Apologies for the incredible scuff on tonight's stream. I am going through it. Ugh. Right, okay. Good now, everyone. I hope this broadcast finds you. My name is Artorius Winchester, sinister scholar of the Glade of Bad Dreams. And welcome back to some VTuber cocktails, which, now I'm looking at it, hold on, I'm going to have to resize some of this again. Apologies for the start of stream scuff. Restream decided that actually it's updated now and my links to my YouTube channel aren't good enough for it anymore, which is fun. No, I don't want to move myself, I want to move this fucking... There we go. I'm going to resize all this as well. Oh, the joys. Excuse me, you're going to see how jankily this is all set up. And also, there's a static hand there now. Just ignore it. It's fine. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. And then if I hide that, we've got this, which miraculously is the same size. Sure is, goddamn. And then if I hide that, we've got that. Okay, excellent. Right. So, apologies everyone for the scuff. Yeah, naturally, I make a big deal out of doing this big Halloween stream, and it just, everything falls over on me. But such is the way of streaming, I suppose. I do apologize for the delay in getting started. The VOD, I guess, is not going to be available on YouTube immediately, but I'll put it back up there as a video, because, fuck Restream, it's being a bastard. I'm going to go and, there was some other plugin that people were suggesting, I'm going to try that instead, I guess, because I can't have it fucking me over like this. Whatever this new update's done has been broken my connection to YouTube, so we're just going to be, trying out this, different plugin and hoping that works, in the future. You might see some testing, from me tomorrow regarding that, but, don't worry about it for now. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing alright. I have been incredibly busy preparing for this stream, all day. Because I only had one of the two drinks I was going to make today, thought about and really put into a proper recipe. Like, I knew both VTubers, but actual drinks, one of them I had a recipe for, one of them I had a vague idea for. So, yeah. I've kind of spent today, like, you know, labbing that out, as it were. And then, actually, is my music too loud? I think my music might be a little loud. Let's knock you down a bit. Do something more in the background. There we go. Right then. So, I shan't natter on for much longer, technical woes aside, because there is some time-sensitive bits to this stream, and the fact that I've started quarter of an hour late, in this stream in particular, is a right fucking pain in the arse. But, we move. So, let's get on to our first drink for our first VTuber. I've pressed the wrong thing. Oh, God. Hang on. I can't see shit at the minute. That there. This here. This up somewhere over here. Like, not be full screen, that would be great too. There we go. Right, okay. So, our first VTuber of the evening. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Aya! Glad to see you. And also glad to see, yeah. It's glad to see that the Twitch audience is still doing fine, even though the YouTube one is just, annoyed. But yeah, whatever. Our first VTuber of the evening is none other than... My internet is shit. Well, my streaming setup is shit, so I guess you're in good company. Is Miss Lena Lazar, which I'm going to also edit the text away from Amelia Watson, because that was last stream. Here we are, body text 2. Let's, got this in, and also maybe see if we can bump up the text size a bit. In fact, is that No, okay, that's not right at all. Hang on. And then we select this and we bump it up to like... we can probably go even bigger than that. Let's quickly... God, I love being organized and ready for streams. Really is one of my favorite pastimes. I should do it sometime. There we are. So, Miss Lena Lazar, who is a, definitely, you know, when you think of spooky or horror-themed VTubers, she should really definitely come to the forefront of your mind. Having some of the most insanely, like, kind of, like, detailed and, like, I guess quite graphic, models, throughout her various iterations. Very cool stuff if you haven't checked her out already. God, this frame looks so scuffed. Hold on, I'm gonna try and unscuff it a bit. Does that look any less scuffed? Not particularly. Okay. God, things I should have fixed before. Okay. Knock it back down a bit. This over here. There. Bada bing. We're gonna go with that. So, Lena, let's get on to what her drink is gonna look like. So, on the bittersweet scale, we're going kind of like mid-bitter because, like, I don't want for people to expect this thing to be sweet, but I honestly have made something here that, like, for my normal, like, you know, for my normal palette of cocktail tasting and that, I cannot quite accurately describe this thing. It is very odd. I'm pretty sure I've never made a drink like it before on this show or in my life. I may never make one like it again. It's a weird one, is all I'll say. On the strength side of things, we're going a little strong. Well, there is like a decent amount of alcohol in this, but there's also a lot of other stuff that kind of dilutes it, I feel. So yes, it's strong. Maybe I could push that bar a little further to the right, but it's not like strength is its main forte, at least in terms of ABV. In terms of flavor, certainly. Now, hello there again, Aya. Is your internet doing any better? And also, if you can hear me, how's the volume on the BGM? Are we looking all right? Internet still shit? Ah, unfortunate. Yeah, on the complexity scale, we're actually going, like, kind of mid-complexity on this. There's a lot of different steps to this. It's not, you know, it's not a case of just throwing stuff in the shakers. So, yeah, I've kind of put it about there. It's still not, you know, like, you know, we're not getting, like, you know, blow torches and lit drinks and, you know, distilling, like, certain ingredients for hours on end or whatever, but it's enough of a pain in the butt for me to set up for the stream that I've put it there. And finally, and probably most excitingly, I know I was promising this one for a while. We've got another hot drink. Would you believe it? 2 hot cocktails in 2 streams. I'm honestly quite ecstatic. This is the one I originally planned to be my hot cocktail. And then I think the Ovish tea last stream was just kind of a happy accident that I thought, oh yeah, that might be an interesting idea. But yeah, we have our second hot cocktail. So, this has been an idea I've had since I first started doing cocktail streams. A random question, have you seen the movie Life of Brian? I've seen, like, bits and bobs of it. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched it the entire way through, but I know basically what happens by various clips. But yeah, God, that's one I haven't had sprung on me in a while, actually. Life of Brian. In always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Type beat. Oh. But yeah, anyway, so this drink is one, as I was saying, I've had since I first started doing these cocktail streams. I know I've wanted to do a Lena drink. I know I've wanted to make it a riff on a very certain drink, which is kind of what the second thing is here with a VTuber like Lena, who's all about blood. There's only really one drink that would be fitting to riff off of here. Yes, that song. I'm playing it in my band. Oh, sick. Nice. Hell yeah. Oh. It's quite a funny song as well, particularly for where it plays in the film, like right at the end. But, yeah, no, good for you, Aya. Congrats on that. Like, what instrument do you play, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, time to turn off data. Fair enough. Oh. But yeah, so anyway. There's only really... Oh, yeah, that's where I was going. So there's only really one drink that would be fitting for me to riff off of here. As soon as you can probably guess, this drink is a riff on a Bloody Mary. And it's an idea I've had. I wanted to do a slight deviation on this. I've thought about how I can tweak the recipe a bit. Now, there is a disclaimer I must put probably up front. How do I say this? I am not exactly a huge fan of the Bloody Mary drink. I'll be honest. I know it's not, like, maybe apropos for me to try and start riffing on a drink I'm not even that, fond of or familiar with. But, I play French horn. Oh, neat. Cool. But yeah. So, like, where was I? That's it. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Bloody Mary drink, but I still think I've done some interesting things to this. I think I marginally prefer this version. Whether it's going to make the Bloody Mary enthusiasts, like, just, shit the bed and have seizures or whatever, I'm hoping it doesn't, but there is a very high chance that this drink is entirely sacrilegious to what a Bloody Mary is. Which, to be fair, is in fitting with the Halloween spirit. So, let me present to you my Lena-themed riff on the Bloody Mary. The Blood Maiden. Yeah. I'll be honest, the name on that one was not hard to come up with. So, let me switch over to our handy-dandy droid cam. And this is normally where I'd start mixing the drink for you. However, what sorcery is this? The drink's already made! Haha! All that's left for us to do is a little bit of decoration. So, what I have here is the arm of a skeleton. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop that inside there. Kind of like that. Maybe have it a little more up if I can. Is that going to work, or is that going to just fall in? Yeah, that might fall in, so I'm going to have it kind of hooked over the side. And then we're just going to pour this thing in as much as we can. There we go. There we go. And as you can tell, probably by the steam at the top of the glass, there's the heat on this drink coming into play. So, I can try and get a good shot of this. What's the best angle for this hand, do you reckon? I think about there. So, I'm going to take a photo of that for later. And don't worry, I haven't cheated you out of showing you how this drink is made. I've actually recorded most of this, and I'm going to show it you after, but I wanted to get this on camera beforehand. Why is my phone not... Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. There we go. Alright, fine. Take my glove off. Christ. There we go. That. If you could just take the damn photo, that would be grand. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do tasting and such first. And then we're going to... in fact, I'm also going to update my... very first and foremost, we're going to update my stream. Okay. Yeah. Copy that in here. Paste it here. There we go. Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Now, let's have a try of this Blood Maiden. Oh. Oh, it's such a weird drink. It's actually quite spicy as well, I think. I might have slightly overdone one of the ingredients in this. But yeah. So, as you can probably guess, it's mainly like, it's got a very tomatoey body. I'm actually not getting the tomato hits as strong as I was when I first made this drink. So my tweaks the recipe have potentially gone well. Depends how much you like tomato. Wow. Yeah. Like, there's no escaping that this is definitely a tomato-based drink. But there's a real real sharp note in there, kind of near the start. I'm sorry, I'll try and get my hand on camera. There's a real sharp note in there towards the start, where you have some of the like spiciness of some of the ingredients, and the alcohol volume of some of the other ones. In fact, I say some of the ingredients. I've got them right behind me. We've got a bit of Tabasco, oh sorry, Siracha even that's in this, and a bit of black pepper, which are combining to give us this very kind of like spicy hit, and that's mixing and coming on at about the same time as the vodka is, which is, yeah, every sip is an adventure, shall we say. Wow. It's amazing, though, how the tomato juice, and which is one of the other main things that's in this tomato juice, and also the Worcester sauce, there we go, kind of come together to create this really full-bodied, like, kind of rounded out bit after that spiciness. Like, if you can like handle like your like spicy hit at the start, this pays dividends in like the flavor progression from there. I think for me personally, I'd probably want to, in this particular version, lower the amounts of definitely these two a bit. It's just a bit little. Oh, excuse me. It's just a bit too hot for my you know, for my continued drinking pleasure. But yeah, you tone those down a little bit. You let the kind of tomato really sing in its full body way. This is a damn good drink. Wow. Never had a drink hit me like that before. Will I again? Who knows? But, oh, poor boy. It's, in a way, like, I think with a bit less of these, this is, what I've essentially made here is, like, kind of alcoholic bolognese. Like, I think the heat really brings out the, like, you know, the kind of comfortingness of the tomato. So, as a going into winter drink, you know, around Halloween, I think this is pretty good. But yeah, some of you may be wondering, and I guess now's a good enough time to show this off. Well, how on earth did you make this thing? And I'll show you right away. So, let's go to, here we are. Voila! So here is past me preparing this drink, which I recorded, and then, put right here. So, let me get this going. There we are. So I get to sit back and watch the stream alongside you now. So, I get to kind of relive this and explain what I'm doing and all the amounts in that. So, the base spirit, and I think actually only alcoholic component of this drink, is vodka. And because it's the only alcoholic component in what is quite a large drink, we're going to want it in spades. So as soon as I deal with the cap here, yep, there we go. We're going to want 3 ounces. Don't fuck this up, you moron. Don't. I mean, I'd say you haven't even drunk anything yet. That's a lie. We labbed a cocktail before this. But yeah. Regardless, don't fuck this up. So we're going to want 3 ounces of vodka. Once I get the VOD for this up on YouTube, all the amounts will be in the description there. I do apologize in the meantime for that. Okay. Yeah, there we are. 3 ounces of vodka. I'm going to take another sip of this, actually, while I'm faffing around with that. Woo. Next up, we've got our tomato juice, and if you thought 3 ounces of vodka was going to be a kind of large volumetric amount, we're looking for 5 ounces of tomato juice. I'd honestly say you could quite reasonably go up to like 5.5, maybe even 6. But I don't want to spitball things on the fly here, just because the version of the drink here is like, it's like 95% of the way there, but looking back at it, there's like, if I'd had a bit more time to lab it out, he says like this isn't the drink that you'd thought of since 1.5 years ago. But if I had an actual bit more lab time with this, I might have changed around the amounts a little more. But yeah, still not a bad drink. And you can see our 4th ounce of tomato juice going in here. And one more after this one. Ooh. almost splashed over the camera. I did get a bit of splashage on the old desk on this one, which again, advantages of doing this like before stream and then just recording it and essentially playing it back. I have what do you call it? I have like a nice clean desk, nice clean shakers, which we can just roll straight into for the second drink of the evening. And yeah, it'll all just kind of roll a lot more smoothly, I think. Okay. So next up, we have our Worcester sauce. Kind of like, you know, it's kind of like very British soy sauce, I guess, is how I describe it for anyone who doesn't know what Worcester sauce is. Just think of like, yeah, just think of like white people soy sauce and you've basically got it, I think. Because I've never seen it outside of Britain, but I also have to admit, I've not been looking for it. So if I'm entirely off with that, do let me know. But yeah, Worcester sauce sounds very British. We're going to want 3/4 of an ounce of this. So I'm just filling up the first half an ounce in the top there, and then I'll do another 1/4 of an ounce after. Unless I forget, but I don't think I did. There we go. It's nice to just sit back and vibe to the Valhalla soundtrack as well. Just, tell you what, double check a couple of other things while this is going on. Again, I have to apologize again for the stream being so utterly scuffed. Go. Okay. Nothing much more on there. But yeah, anyway, Worcester sauce in. Next up, we've got a couple of, never mind, I told a lie. I forgot we haven't put the Siracha in yet. So, now open the cap on this. Now, this I reckon I put a bit too much in. You want about, like, I think, I'd say, like, 6, like, light dashes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have maybe stopped there or 1 earlier, but I obviously put a couple of extra ones in here, because I thought, 7 or 8 will do. Yeah, no. For a drink this size, like 5 or 6 dashes of Siracha is absolutely fine. I think, because I can definitely handle my heat here, but I think this would be more comfortable if it wasn't quite as hot. And then we want just a little bit of black pepper. Again, I would say maybe a tiny bit more than that. But like, yeah, stop about there. You really don't want much black pepper in there. It's just to give it a little like spice in a different direction. But you don't want to overdo the combination of that and the Siracha. And finally, as a little fun thing, because when I tried this before, I was like, this is just alcoholic bolognese. I wonder if, like, some mixed herbs go in it. Admittedly, I think I put a few too many mixed herbs in there. But yeah, no, I can confirm, mixed herbs go wonderful in this. Why am I putting more pepper in? No, stop. Don't do that. Oh. What are you doing past me? Why have you done this? Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. Well, I hope no one heard that. Oh yeah, and our final ingredient, and is also kind of part of the reason why this drink is such a pain in the next step, as we need 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. So I'm just going to cut a lemon in half here. Get our trusty Mexican elbow. Shove this in it. Go. Press out about, you know, like I said, about 0.75 ounces of this. Would be nice if exactly half a lemon made exactly half an ounce of lemon juice, but not to be the case, so I kind of jimmy and jive this bit here. In fact, to tell you what, can I? No, I can't. Cool. I was going to say, I can just skip ahead for this bit, but I don't want to break things any more than they are already broken. So, not going to do that. Flick that lemon seed out the way. So there we are. So that's like just under half an ounce there, so I'm going for like just over 1/4 of an ounce in this last bit. And then I think we should be good. Hopefully, yep. About there, yep. Okay. So, we will put 1/4 of an ounce, well, no, sorry, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice in the drink. Now that we've got all that sitting in there and being lovely, what we're going to do is we're not going to shake this drink, we're not going to mix this drink, we're going to roll it. And in case anyone doesn't know what rolling a drink is, it essentially means, like, just transferring it from one shaker to the other. Ideally at varying heights. I did a bit more rolling off screen with this, but Like, I'm trying to give you an idea on camera of what rolling looks like. So you want to roll the drink. You can probably notice by now that it's, like, a bit of a darker color than it was because, like, the Worcester sauce has been rolled through it a bit. So, yeah, you roll that a couple of times. There we go. And then I think a couple more for good luck. I actually did a fair amount of rolling on there. But, yeah. You want to give it a good few rolls. Make sure everything is nicely mixed through. But you don't really want to shake tomato juice because it's quite a thick and pulpy affair. You get, like... well, first off, a drink of this size, it's probably not a good idea to shake. Oh, and there we go. We are done. Now, well, I say we are done. Let me knock that off and knock this off. Hello, we're back here. Just move this lot to the back. And actually, just because it's bugging me. I meant to put the bleeding lid back on this, but it's being a pain in the ass. Ah, there we go. Got it. Right. Sorry. But yeah, so then what you want to do after you've rolled it for a kind of Blood Maiden is obviously, as you probably noticed there was no heating element in that. Like, why did you say this is a hot drink? It's because what I did just before stream started was I rolled that mixture a bit more. I put it in a pan on a low-medium heat. When we say, like, we want this drink hot, we want it, like, you know, just about heated. We do not want it, like, piping hot. We abso-fucking-lutely do not want it boiling. There's a couple of reasons for this. One, if you have it too hot, all the alcohol evaporates faster than everything else in here. So you drink, like, all the alcohol is basically situated in the top bit of your drink here, and it stinks. It's not great. Second off, if you go too hard with heating lemon juice, it can taste quite bitter outside of the presence of other sugars and stuff. Now, would that really have affected here? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it doesn't affect, you know, sweet and sour mix whenever I make that, and I make sure to boil that for a good while. But, yeah. In this case, I'd say definitely you just want to get it so that, like, once you start seeing steam rise off it, give it, like, a stir and give it another minute maximum, and then you're done. You don't want to play, you know, you don't want to play with fire anything further than that. And then you'll end up with a Blood Maiden, which is a hearty hot riff on a Bloody Mary, designed to be a bit more like blood, because blood is hot. Oh, God. Hold on, I'm going to have to remove this skeletal arm, because he keeps poking me in the face. Wasn't happy that I removed his arm, that lad. Wahacha! Boy, it's such a fascinating drink, that. And like I say, so far away from just about anything I think I've ever made. Definitely. Yeah, just wild, this one. But, that being said, I'm now going to move on to drink number 2, which means pulling back up, oh, no, not VLC, it's, there we go. So, our second VTuber for the evening that we're going to be making a drink based on, and thank God I don't have to clearing out any, like, cans and that, by the way. This was really, like, handy to get. Like, it was way more of a pain to get this all set up beforehand, and even more annoying that I had to wait quarter of an hour for, like, my, like, Blood Maiden to cool down a bit more. I mean, it was still hot, don't get me wrong, but, like, it could have been a bit hotter. But, you know, I guess it's good to see the drink in all stages of heat, so, you know, kind of like if you leave it for a bit, this is what it's going to taste like then, so on and so forth. But I'm getting sidetracked, because I've been meaning to talk about our next VTuber, who is none other than Talk TV, or I'm just going to call him Talk, who, yeah, is a lovely chap over on, like, Twitch and Blue Sky. He's definitely one of the old guard for Blue Sky, I think. He was, like, definitely hit, like, there long before I was, and I was there long before the kind of most recent exodus to Blue Sky. So, yeah, he's kind of really, like, I think of him as one of the Blue Sky OGs. Maybe that's a misnomer. But, yeah, you know, very chill. I was also featured, actually, on one of his streams regarding, like, what loot I'd drop if I was an enemy. And they really liked old Charon over here. You know, the little Jacko orb that's above my head. Didn't know what it was, but it was funny to see them like, hey, I want the weird green glowing orb. Or the, oops, hold on. I haven't got that on this model. Ignore the fact that I'm a bifurcated? One of those. Cut in half corpse at the minute. But yeah, they also did potentially want the almanac as a drop. Both of which I consider valid. So, when making a drink for him, let's see what the bars show. So on the bittersweet scale, we're going a bit bitter. I'd say again, did I actually move the bars around on this one? Hold on a second. I'm gonna very quickly check something here. Let me turn Droid Cam back on and just check that the show is still as on the road as I think it is. Yeah, no, I did move these around. Okay, I'm just going senile. I just saw them saw that one in the same place as Lena's, and I was like, that can't be right. So let me do a quick adjustment. Play from there. Alt-tab things, because, God, why does this stupid program feel the need to take up both my monitors? There we go. Right. So, oh. Hello? Are we live? Have I fucked it? Can I unfuck it, please? Oh, for fuck's sake, I've fucked it. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna just be on here. Right, there's a couple of bars on there now. Is this... Why are you not working now? Come on, behave. Oh, it's because you're looking for Cocktails 4 instead of Cocktails 16. When just a second ago you were looking for Cocktails 16, so I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Oh, shut up. Okay. Hold on. Excuse me. There we go. Excuse me, I forgot to set my phone to be in, Do Not Disturb. And people didn't get the hint. Ugh. It's all just going very well tonight. But yeah, anyway. So, we have, on the kind of bittersweet scale, we've got slightly bitter. Again, it's not as out there as Lena's, where it's like, this definitely isn't sweet, but I'd say the overriding flavor was spicy. This one, I think the overriding flavor is, like, sour, maybe slightly smoky. Which might give you a hint to one of the ingredients if you're really on the ball with it. I'll be impressed if you can guess one of the ingredients from that. But yeah, so we're going for, like, you know, kind of mildly bitter. Strength, we're going like, you know, a reasonable bit strong. I think by volume definitely stronger than Lena's, but a bit less of it. Complexity, we're right back down the simple end. We are back in business, baby. No more heating and rolling and, you know, being careful about the lemon juice and making sure you've got the right amounts of all your, you know, non-liquid ingredients. It's fine. We just shove some things in a shaker. And finally, we are looking cold for this. I've decided I'm going to put cold here for, like, you know, cold all the way at the end is like shaken over ice, served on the rocks. This is not served on the rocks, but is shaken over ice. So yeah, it's a cold drink, but it's not like, you know, it's not like all the way at the end of cold. So, for this drink, I looked back at old drinks I'd done and tried to reconjugate them to something new and exciting. Echoes of madness, perhaps. Yeah, just echoes of things I'd done previously and perhaps forgotten about, like an immute into strange and unknowable new drinks. This does mean, though, that I've ended up with another purple drink in a martini glass, which I didn't realize I'd done so many of, actually. But looking at it, if I go to my folder I've got here, the Bejeweled Blossom was a sparkly purple drink in a martini glass. Alida's Laurel was a clear purple drink in a martini glass. I'm pretty sure I've done, like, one other one as well. Okay, the Trip to the Colony wasn't in a martini glass, but it was, like, fairly purpley. And I was like, huh, I've done a lot of these style drinks. I guess it's a very popular color. But yeah. So, I guess it is going to be another one in that particular family of drinks, I guess. But in my defense, it tastes really good, so who cares? And also, purple is very on brand, I think, here for Tolk. So, without further ado, let me present to you the Void Reckoner, which is what I've decided to call this drink, because it's vaguely... I was trying to go with, like, Eldritch something for a long while, and I just couldn't quite work out something that fit, so I thought Void Reckoner was just a very cool-sounding name that sort of implied Eldritchy, like, you know, creatures in the void type stuff. So I've gone with that. Right. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just change around my... Here. This here. There we go. Right. Okay, we're a little bit scuffed, but we're fine. So now I can get to make a drink for you in real time. Huzzah. Exciting stuff. So, a Void Reckoner. The first ingredient in a Void Reckoner is going to be... well, first off, let me... Oh, God. Okay. Good to know that camera's still doing that. I'll work out a better setup for this eventually that just hardwires it into my PC. Because at the moment, it's going, like, through a camera via Wi-Fi to my PC. So you get these speed-ups and slowdowns. But I have other scenarios, like you might notice this back wall might change in a bit because I'm moving stuff around. Yeah, might move my setup to a slightly different place. See if I can get some better mileage out of it, better, you know, cable management, shall we say. But yeah, anyway. So our first ingredient in a Void Reckoner is going to be 1 ounce of tequila. Specifically, I have some Sierra Blanco here. Please ignore the fact that it's got this tag on it. I promise I didn't steal my tequila. Also, fun fact about this tag. Looks pretty heavy duty. It has not stopped me getting into the drink and drinking, like, most of it. God, I really wish this camera would stop lagging. Well, whatever. We have to watch it in slightly weird format, I guess. Because, God forbid, this just work normally tonight. I'm so scuffed. But yeah. So, we're going to want 1 ounce of this tequila. There we are, we found it. God, am I talking past the mic as well? I hope I've not been talking past the mic forever. Hold on, let me... Can I have you just fucking behave? There we go. That seems a bit better. And hopefully, yeah, that sounds all right. So, thank you, tequila. And now, we have a cousin of the tequila... that is going to give that drink its kind of smoky, mysterious, you know, almost kind of like a dangerous element, I guess. We have got, very specially, this is some Palenqueros Espadin Mezcal. Now, for those of you who've never heard of Mezcal before, it's sort of like, well, it's a very close relative of tequila. So tequila has to be made of a specific, blue agave, in a specific part of Mexico. And if you try and sell something as tequila that isn't made in that specific part of Mexico from a specific plant, I assume someone comes around to your house and breaks your kneecaps. It's much like how champagne has to be made in a specific part of France from a specific plant or something. And Scotch, like, has to be, you know, made, distilled, brewed in Scotland. Otherwise, it's not Scotch. And otherwise, it's, you know, just like, you know, a different kind of whiskey. Or in the case of champagne, it's Prosecco, if it's not made in that very specific part of France. So it's one of those weird kind of like, you know, parts of places that have stake claim to a specific, way of doing stuff. You know, a specific way of brewing or, you know, distilling or however you know, whatever the process is for the given spirit, a specific kind of spirit. So tequila is obviously, you know, you probably know it. It's the most popular variant of it. Mezcal in itself can be made from different parts of agave and different parts of, different parts of the world, essentially. So, it can get a lot more experimental, but one thing mezcals do normally have over tequilas is that they are smoky. So if you can imagine a smoky tequila, you've essentially got what mezcal is. There we go. Oh, that's a weighty 1/2 ounce. Probably could have done with a little less of that, but we ball, it's fine. 1 ounce of tequila and 1/2 ounce of mezcal. Speaking of 1/2 ounces, we're not done with that measure yet, because next up we have 1/2 ounce of triple sec, which is this stuff here. You know it, you love it, it's orangey, it's kind of bitter, but it gets the point across, particularly in small amounts. So, we're going to just not mess around and put half an ounce of triple sec in here. Let me just double check it is half an ounce. Sure is, yep. And then, ooh, buddy, hold up a second there. We want half an ounce, oh boy, there we go, sorry I had to reach it, of Blue Curacao. So we've got more orangey notes, but also that, you know, iconic blue color, which is going to help the coloration of this drink as we kind of head slowly towards purple. We do land, I think, pretty bang on purple in the end, to be fair, but you know, it's... Ooh, I almost massively overpoured that. Not sure if you sure... If you sure? God, I've had too many already. If you saw how fast that was. Yeah, it was almost a disaster. Now, there is one other ingredient that I'm just realizing that I forgot to bring up. So I'm going to go and just very quickly, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring that up and some ice. Back in just 1 second. Right, I am back. I'm back and I've got our missing ingredient. So, the missing ingredient I was thinking of was this stuff, which is sweet and sour mix. Now, for those of you, I brewed this actually very, very recently, about 2 hours ago, I'd say. No, probably more like 3 now, 3 or so. But yeah. 1 second, I gotta open up the bottle. There we go. Whee! So I brewed this very recently, about 3 hours ago. It is 1 part water, 1 part sugar, 1 part lemon juice, 1 part lime juice.
Thanks for following.
All of them. Alexis Girl, thank you very much for the follow. It's very much appreciated. Also, it's another thing I need to fix tomorrow. Why can't I hear my own follow effects? I used to be able to. Now I can't. But yeah, at least I hope you heard that on your end. That should have been Miku popping off. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, sweet and sour mix. 1 part lime, 1 part lemon, 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Stuck it in a pan, boiled it, let it cool down, put it in this bottle, put it in the fridge. And now we want an ounce of it. So here we go. Lovely stuff. Really is quite good sweet and sour mix, I've got to be honest. So, let's put a cap back on that. Although that's not the only sour we're going with in this drink, though, because we need ½ an ounce of lime juice. So, much like we did with that lemon earlier, we're going to bring this over here. We're going to open up our Mexican elbow. We're going to shove a lime in there. Limes obviously being a lot smaller than lemons, which means they're a bit more of a pain to get ½ an ounce out of, but I've got a full lime left here, so I think we should be fine. If we're not too, prissy about it. So let's squeeze this out. There you go. Oi, boy. Okay. Try not to get lime juice all over my desk as well. That would be nice. Okay, then 1 more lime, because I think we're going to need it. go. Yup. And back to the Mexican elbow. Oh god, I hope I didn't leave that on. Apologies, I keep punching my camera a bit here. It's been one of those kind of nights, what can I say? Where just nothing quite goes how you want it to. Okay, oh, hey boy. Right, you can go there. And lime half number 3. Can you see us through to ½ an ounce, please? I'm so sorry I'm punching the camera so much. Ugh, it really is an epidemic at the minute. Right, that'll do. You don't get much more out of a lime than that. Well, lime and a half, actually, but we will spare the technicalities. Okay, I've lost a skeleton arm, but it's fine. I haven't got enough room to put shit down on here. Probably fine. Probably fine. If not, I'll edit it on the YouTube pod, but it's probably fine. And our final ingredient, because you maybe notice, it's looking very blue and not all that purple, is going to be 1.5 ounces of this good stuff. Blueberry juice, which will ironically steer it away from blue. But let's be fair, blueberries aren't really blue, are they? They're kind of more purple, which is why they work so well as a little kind of like thing to break up the amount of alcohol we've got in here, first and foremost, because we've got, what, like tequila, mezcal, triple sec, blue curacao, like there's a lot of alcoholic components in here. So we could do with a medium to kind of break them up and also change that color around a little bit. So, we are 1 ounce and a half. Go. Yep. Double checking I got the amounts on that right. Put the lid back on this if I can, without snagging my gloves. Yep, there we go. Then we're going to want a couple of ice cubes. I haven't frozen these ones very well, it must be said. It's been a bit of a mess all around tonight, it's got to be honest, but we do try our best, and we do get our Halloween special out when we need to. Right. So we're going to put about 5 of these little hexagons in, I'd say. There we go. Close that. Ooh, and we'll also take this bit of ice that's gone behind there. We'll roll that into our big shaker. You can probably see there, it's already a much better purple colour. I'm going to get shaking, although I'm going to do a bit of shaking behind the mic first, for those of you that enjoy that. So, here's your monthly dose of ASMR cocktail making. There we go. Not too much ice in this one, so it's going pretty quickly, but still, hopefully making some pretty nice noises. Okay, I think that's mostly died down now, actually, so we're going to do a bit of shaking in front of the camera. Oh, hang on. Oh, sleeves on properly. There we go. Alright. So, first off, I'm going to clear the pecking debris, because there's a lot of shit on this table at the minute that needs to not be there. A lot of shit, goddamn. Okay. Then we're going to bring our classic trusty martini glass around. I'm then going to open this up. Put this over here. Put this on here. And we are going to strain this because it has got lime in it, and unlike the Blood Maiden, which was very pulpy, we could do without this having quite as much pulp. Okay, and about as full as we get that. How much did we overshoot? Not much. Okay. I'm fine with that, actually. So there we are. Could probably do something with the bubbles from up top, actually. You could imagine it as like a spooky face if you want. It's abstract. In fact, can I... Hold on. If I just get the back of this spoon, can I, like, make some disturbances in this to, like... Oh, hold on. I kind of can, you know. There we are. I guess. Kind of. Not sure whether I like that now, whether I should just wait for it to rebubble over. Because it does do that eventually. Yeah. Looks like me after I've just got up at the minute. She's like, help. Oh. Yeah, now we could wait for that to rebubble and then get a decent photo of it. But that is the Void Reckoner. I will gently pick this up, kind of show you. The underside of it is this kind of beautiful purple color at the minute, which is right on. In hindsight, good to know that blueberry juice does that. I'm going to, like, make this a bit less facey and then just take the photo, I think. There we are. A swirl is much better, actually. Let's... Hang on. I'm no expert on, like, latte art or anything like that, so you're just going to have to forgive me on this one. I am entirely fucking guessing here. But... that looks a bit better to me. Oh, that looks so good, actually. Wait, quick, get a photo, get a photo, get a photo. Get this out of the way. No, hold on. I need to get that effect again. I'm sorry, I know I'm messing around with this. Let me, Oh, I'm getting a little bit over the edge now, because I'm getting a bit... Okay, I need to stop messing around with it. That'll do. That looks good to me. There we are. Right. The Void Reckoner. Let's give the damn thing a try instead of just messing around with the bubbles. Shall we? Alright. Here we go. Gotta be very, very careful with it because I've filled this very full. Big first sip, but yeah, that hits all the right notes. There's just enough mezcal in there for it to be a defining flavor of the drink without it feeling, like, overwhelming. Other than that, what else am I getting in there? Weirdly, for the amount of lime juice that's in there, not a whole lot of lime. It's gotta be said. I'm not sure if that will just, like, sank to the bottom or something. Like, I can try and do a refill. Maybe, like, have another sip and then put the rest of the drink in. Yes, we've done that. Now let's... There we go. Make sure we get the last bits of goodness out of that. Right. Right. But yeah. What was I saying? That was it, yeah. So the mezcal is like a defining flavor in this drink without being overpowering. Like, you don't get much of the tequila because it's so much more subtle of a flavor than mezcal. Like, mezcal is very full on. Like, it is, you know, it is here, it is smoky. If you put too much of it in something, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of petrol-y, it's not nice. But, like, in, like, the right amounts, mezcal can really make a drink special, and I think it really does here. Blueberry juice is also really interesting in that it's, like, it's what I'd call a very timid flavor. Like, it's very, like, top of palate sweetness, and it gets pushed out by a lot of other flavors very easily. I guess, actually, now that I'm tasting it again, do I actually get lime in here? Have I just been inured to it? Oh, no, I see what the lime's doing now. Right. Okay. I see what the lime's doing. So, The lime isn't present because it's kind of rolling in a bit with the mezcal. To make this kind of like, you know, it's like kind of a smoky lime type thing it's got going. It's very nice, I gotta say. And then like that is kind of evolving into like the orangey notes of the triple sec and a little bit of the blue curacao, although that's kind of, I'd say the blue curacao's on the very end where you get that high note of like kind of like the blueberry juice sweetness like on the exhale. Because like I say, it's a subtle kind of sweetness, but it's definitely there. The sweet and sour mix is giving it a boost throughout the drink. I've just realized I've been doing all my hand motions off the camera. God damn it! Why is this so scuffed this evening? Ah! Oh, painful. Just painful. But, yeah, where was I? That was it, yeah. So, we start with kind of like mezcal. Tequila's mainly there for like, you know, bump up the ABV a bit, I guess. Like, it's there, but also you don't want 1.5 ounces of mezcal in this thing because the smokiness will just kill everything else in the drink. At the moment, it's kind of being held back and kept in check by mostly the lime, is what I worked out that was doing. It's like, you know, got the very timid kind of like, you know, blueberry just being like, oh, you know, I just want to be a little bit sweet here, and then the mezcal being like, everything needs to be on fire. And then, you know, the lime juice and I guess to an extent, sweet and sour mix and a little bit of the triple sec is like kind of just running in and doing the whole like smiling friends like, stop fighting kind of thing. Oh. And, oh god. What? I get so fucking deranged with these flavor explanations. Oh boy. But yeah, point is that the whole drink evolves really nicely. And I'm actually very proud of it. It's gotta be said. God, yeah. It's always nice to find a good drink that mezcal can go in as well. With it being, you know, such a strong spirit. Like, I've had a couple of friends, you know, just try mezcal neat, see what it was. And, you know, they've said, oh, you got anything kind of like rare and expensive? I was like, yeah, I got mezcal, you can try that. And they've tried it, and they've looked at me, not favorably. Because drinking mezcal neat is definitely an acquired taste, you know. Something petrolly comment I made earlier. But like I say, it's something you have to use in moderation for great effect. So half an ounce in this, you know, full, what was it? You know, what is our total ounceage of this drink here, actually? We've got, what, like, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4, that's like 4.5 ounces, I think. And then like 0.5 of an ounce of mezcal on top of that. Yeah, so it's a very kind of like restrained amount, I think. And you really don't want to put any more mezcal in than that. But it's a flavor I wish more people could try in good things. Like, you know, obviously I do this, which I really like. I know I've been rewatching a bunch of old, like, how to drink stuff. And the Titan's Blood from Hades, which is a drink I love, I, you know, originally got from there. I was rewatching that video recently, and I was like, yeah, I ought to make another Titan's Blood. Like, they are blow your head off strong, but they're good fun drinks. Oh, I'm going in for another sip. The more I drink it, the more I'm appreciating kind of what the blueberry's doing for the whole drink. Because like I say, if you drink like just a glass of blueberry juice, you'd be like, okay, this is kind of like, feels a bit like water, but with a sweet blueberry kick on the end of it. Or at least it did for the bottle I've got. But in something like this, where you've got, you know, the extra sweetness coming from like the sweet and sour mix and the blue curacao, and then the other, like, you know, flavors prodding it in certain directions, you know, not just the mezcal, I've spoken enough about that, but I'm talking more like the triple sec and the lime juice here. Like, it's by itself, it's quite plain, but it can, because of that, it can marry into so many other things and give them just a sweet boost, but not in like a sugary direction. It's in a very specific kind of like very light direction, you know. It's a careful touch, that blueberry juice, but I think it can actually kind of be a maverick behind the scenes, as it were. God, but yeah, I have ranted and raved about this drink, honestly. I'm quite a fan, you could say. And I think with that all said and done, I will turn off my droid cam, and there we are. I'm going to probably end off things there. So thank you all for watching and coming along. I'm terribly sorry that it's been such a scuffed stream. Like, it's the one time where I just needed to start on time. And it's like, hey, well, actually, we're not streaming to YouTube anymore. So I also have to go and sort out the VOD tomorrow. Whoop-de-doo. We love that. But yeah. I am probably going to go and drink the rest of these, you know, do my normal cleanup and that. And work out if I can get this new plugin working for Saturday, where we're going to be doing... I know it's going to be November 2nd, I think. Yes, it will be. Because tomorrow's the 1st and it's Friday. I know it'll be November 2nd, but I am going to be playing mouthwashing. Let me just check. I am actually streaming to Twitch at the minute, right? I am. Good. Thank God. The VOD will still be here. But, yeah. God forbid, you know. God forbid anything work properly here. But, yeah. I'm going to continue Spooky Season into November a bit because I started late. So we're going to be doing a full playthrough of mouthwashing. That's going to be a longer stream because I've heard it's best enjoyed in one sitting. And I think it's about like a 4-ish hour game. So we'll give it a go. We'll start at 7 and we'll just keep going till late, till we're done. Until I am thoroughly traumatized because I've heard it's quite, can get quite intense. And there's definitely some trigger warnings I'm going to have to put on the front of it. But until then... I've been Artorius Winchester. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Farewell!